Ghana right now. Can anyone tell me what? Jeez, go ahead, Sister Diana Smith. Go ahead, Sister. Was it how long? This is the beautiful flag of Colombia. Colombia. And yes, we've got our family in Colombia.
You know that Colombia has a new president. And I feel like at this point, he has become really well known because they've been covering this on the news for like weeks. However, I am yet to see a well-made profile on the vice president. I feel like she's way more than what the headlines are saying. And I never make videos in English, but I'm going to make this one in English so you guys can share it and more people can know who Francia Marquez is and why she's such a huge freaking deal here. Okay, so she was born in the Pacific. The Colombian Pacific is an area that's really affected by the Colombian War, a war that's been going on for decades and decades. We have different guerrillas. And also, since it's mostly a Black and indigenous area, it's very, very, very forgotten by the government. They do not invest in these areas. They're completely forgotten, especially if they're not cities, but simply like rural towns or like really small towns.
So brothers and sisters, I want to introduce us to our Colombian family. We've got our sister, who's one of the directors and CEOs of the Canalafro channel, our sister Yasina. And you know what? It's so beautiful because we've just left Ghana. We've just left Harlem. We've now gone into Colombia all in one night. And we're going to end off with the UK to end off with. Brothers and sisters, a beautiful sister. We want to make links now with our family out in Colombia and to make sure that we're going to get that connection right. Sister Samira, are you there? Jeez, this is a night tonight, making tracks into South America. Sister Yasina, are you there? Brothers and sisters, we got the language situation we'll be locking down. I'm hoping Sister Yasina is with us. I can see that they're all online. There is a language situation, hence why Sister Samira is with us. I'm hoping that they can see us. Wow, wow, wow. We're gonna get them on. We've got them online, brothers and sisters, but we're gonna see whether we can try and make sure that the connection is right for us tonight. Sister Samira, where have you gone? Oh gosh, literally. You stay here, sister. Just give us an introduction to this sister. I'm gonna see if I can make links behind the scenes, get them on.
All right, so greetings family, and wonderful to see you there, Brother Kwaku. Thank you so much for registering to be one of our exhibitors at the Reclaiming Me event. Can't wait to see you there, brother. And so tonight, I think this is a hidden truth first, if I'm not mistaken, that we're actually going to have multiple languages being spoken at the same time. Tonight is going to test my simultaneous interpreting skills, which I've not had to use for more than 15 years. So I'm really excited. I had the honor of meeting the director of Canalafro, which is a platform that really and truly is focused on our issues. So it's focused on the Afro community based out in Colombia primarily, but also in Ecuador, Peru, and other parts of Latin America. And I had the honor of meeting with Sister Yesenia. Yes, Brother Andrew, Yesenia. And she is doing some amazing works with her team. And so what we wanted to do was to ensure that, as everybody knows with the hidden truth, we are establishing those links across the diaspora with our brothers and sisters worldwide so that we can learn about what is taking place in other territories. Obviously, when we looked at the survey, many of you wanted to know what was going on in the Americas, and not just the Americas in terms of the United States, the Americas in terms of South America, Central America, and so forth. And so it was fantastic for us to make this connection with Yesenia and the team down there in Colombia. And so tonight, we are hoping that we should have, the connection has been a little bit troublesome, but we are very hopeful. To be fair, they have been waiting a very long time. So yes, we are going to then be able to speak with our beautiful sister, Sister Yesenia. Yes, exactamente, Sister Heather. Hermana Yesenia es muy guapa. Bienvenida, hermana. Besos. Bienvenida al Hidden Truth.
Encantada.
Encantada igualmente. So family, please, can you put in the chat, can you show some love for our great sister Yesenia, who is coming in all the way from, oh, I'm hearing myself. I'm coming in all the way from Colombia. So bienvenida, hermana, otra vez. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy feliz, encantada de poder compartir con los hermanos afros de Inglaterra y de diferentes lugares del mundo que se encuentran hoy aquí presentes, nuestra diáspora.
Oh, so voy a explicar en inglés y luego voy a volver en español, ¿de acuerdo?
Ok, perfecto,
Okay.
de acuerdo.
Perfecto. So just so that everybody knows that Sister Yesenia is super excited to be with us, and she's really looking forward to this opportunity to share about our family in Colombia. And so I know that we've got different Spanish speakers on here. This is going to test my Spanish. To be fair, the Spanish that I learned is Castellano, which is from Spain, and I haven't had to use my Spanish in this capacity for about 10 years in this kind of way. I'm going to do my best to always ask questions of our sister in English so that you know what I'm asking. Actually, no, I'm going to ask it in Spanish, and then I'm going to ask it in English so that you all know what I have asked. And that will also give our sister time to really, formulate her response to the questions. Okay, so en español, voy a preguntarte, hermana, en español y luego voy a explicar en inglés por el público de Hidden Truth. ¿De acuerdo?
Perfecto, de acuerdo.
Okay. So, Brother Andrew, you heard what I said, right? Okay.
Hola, hola, hola.
Hola,
So-
hello, my brother.
This is going to be so much fun. Okay, and I've got my notes here. So, antes de empezar o enterar el materia, por favor, háblanos sobre ti. Es decir, que quién es Yesenia Mosquera Díez. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Perfecto.
espera. So family, I've just asked Sister Yesenia to share with us a little bit about herself so that we can learn about her as a person before we get into the great works of Canalafro. Sigue, hermana, por favor.
Bueno, pues Yesenia Mosquera Díaz es una mujer chocuana que viene del campo. Vivimos en una vereda, lo que en África tal vez se llama aldea, ¿sí? Vivimos del campo, vivimos de la agricultura, por cuestiones de desplazamiento por la guerra, de la barbarie que se vive aún en los pueblos afros acá en Colombia. Nos tocó salir desplazados y entonces mi familia volvió a retomar su lugar y yo viajé hacia la capital.
Okay.
O sea que estoy en la capital de Colombia, Bogotá. Entonces uno viene con la expectativa de poder educarse, de buscar un mejor futuro, ¿no? Y para poder regresar a su territorio, educar a su gente, a su pueblo, a sus hermanos, ¿sí? Entonces, llego acá y actualmente, pues trabajé en muchos trabajos, en mesera, trabajé también cuidando niños en casas de familia, algo parecido como la historia de Francia Márquez, ¿sí?
Ah,
Sí. Y hoy soy la directora del canal Afro, del canal Afro Televisión, que es un canal que se ha globalizado, por esa razón hoy estamos hablando hoy
Pero
acá.
espera, hermana, espera. Es
Sí.
que necesito explicar en inglés lo que acabas de decir, ¿de acuerdo?
Ajá,
Okay,
vale.
so muchísimas gracias. So family, Sister Yesenia has explained her background, which is that she grew up out on the outskirts of the city. She grew up in a village, but she lives in Bogota, which is the capital of Colombia now. Vives en Bogotá, ¿no? Ahora.
Ajá,
Sí,
actual.
yeah, sí, actual, sí. So she lives in Bogota, which is the capital of Colombia at the moment. And in the past, she has worked in different jobs. So, and that includes caring for children. And the reason why this is important is because we will speak about Francia Marquez, who is the new vice president of Colombia. And what Sister Yesenia was saying is that her upbringing is actually, and her life mirrors a lot of the things that Francia Marquez has been through. The experience of Francia Marquez is muy parecida la tuya, ¿no?
Sí.
Yeah, it's very similar to Sister Yesenia. So that's what she was she was saying. Sister Angela, behave yourself. You can't distract me in the chat there. So muchas gracias, hermana. Entonces, el canal Afro enfocado en la comunidad afrodescendiente, ¿no? Pero ¿por qué el canal Afro empezó? So espera. So I've just asked Sister Yesenia to explain why the Canal Afro, which is the channel that she's a director of, why does it exist? And you know, why was it started? So por favor, sigue, hermana.
Bueno, el canal Afro empezó con esas ganas de reivindicar a nuestro pueblo, de vencer el racismo, de poder darle esa voz a muchos hermanos que viven en territorios alejados, lo cual su voz es apagada, ¿sí? Entonces, por eso nació el Canal Afro, nació también por llevar la lucha de Marcus Garvey, ¿sí? Marcus Garvey, él comunicaba también, ¿sí? Entonces, seguir el camino de este hombre que es un gran referente para nosotros los afro, para nosotros los negros en el mundo.
Oh, fantastic. So muchísimas gracias. So what Sister Yesenia was saying, I'm sure many of you picked up on that there, that the channel was started so that it could be a force, a power against racism, and that also we could continue to walk the path and fight the good fight that was started by the great Honorable Messiah Marcus Garvey. And so that is why the channel was started, and they're going to continue to fight for our brothers and sisters who don't have necessarily that voice, but they are going to be that voice, and they're going to be that force for good to fight the good fight. So, ¿cuáles son los objetivos del Canal Afro?
Bueno, los objetivos, nosotros manejamos 5 ejes y son la identidad cultural de nuestro pueblo afro y afrodescendiente. Manejamos la etnoeducación, la afroeducación, educar a nuestros niños desde pequeños a conocer su raíz, a empoderarse, ¿sí? Y a estudiar nuestra historia de África. El empoderamiento económico, es decir, empoderar a nuestros hermanos a que creen sus propias empresas y a que se ayuden entre todos en poder divulgar sus procesos económicos. ¿sí? Derechos humanos y antirracismo. Cátedras afro y el tema de todo el tema cultural, ¿no? Todo lo que abarca nuestra comunidad, sabemos que somos ricos en cultura, ¿verdad?
Ah, sí, es la verdad. Entonces, voy a responder y explicar en inglés. Muchísimas gracias. So, Sister Yesenia was saying that there are five objectives of the channel Afro, and one is about our African identity, our Black identity, making sure that we are aware of it and that we embrace it. Also to educate our young people, our children and our young people for the future about our race, so they get to know the beauty of us as Black people, as Afros. Also to improve the economic situation of our brothers and sisters out there in Colombia, to ensure that they have the career progression, that they can have the wealth, and that they can improve their financial and economic situation there. Also human rights, making sure that they are a voice for us to have our human rights taken care of, fight against racism as well, which we know is rife across the board, but in Latin America, it is an issue. But then also to celebrate our rich culture, you know, whether it's literature, music, but everything to do with our culture, to be known, to be discovered, and to be celebrated as well. So those are the five objectives of the Canal Afro, which is the channel Afro. Okay, so
Okay. Bueno, se me escapaba algo y es muy importante en nuestro pueblo negro, y es la libertad espiritual, poder recuperar nuestra espiritualidad africana, volver a nuestra raíz que ha sido satanizada por la colonia, ¿no? Entonces, poder trabajar en ese tema espiritual.
Perfecto. So so our sister was saying that something that's very important to everyone connected to Canal Afro is about the liberty of our African spirituality, because it was stolen by the colonizer, and we want to bring it back, the knowledge about African spirituality, to our brothers and sisters based out in Colombia, because obviously in South America, a lot of people are Católicos, no? Sí. So the majority of those out there will practice Catholicism, but oh, fantastic, Victoria. La familia de Hidden Truth, un miembro de nuestra familia de Hidden Truth del show, acaba de suscribir a Canal Afro.
Oh, genial.
She said it's cool.
Thank you very much.
Yes, she said thank you very much. She said it's cool. We're like, yeah, so yes, African spirituality is something that they also not touch upon, it's very important to them, so they make sure that everybody is aware. So Victoria dice que es su placer.
Oh, gracias. Amo.
Yes, we have
Girl power.
Yes, girl power, exacto. Me parece genial, ¿no?
Sí.
Otra pregunta, hermana, es
Sí.
que podrías decirnos cuál es la situación actual de los afrocolombianos en Colombia. Es decir, que la tasa de desempleo, el alojamiento, todo. Okay, so voy a explicar. So I've just asked our sister, she can just share with us what is the current situation for our brothers and sisters based out in Colombia. So I gave the example of what's the rate of unemployment, what's the housing situation, ya lo sabemos, el racismo, so we already know about the racism, but ¿cuál es la situación actual, por favor?
Ok, perfecto. Bueno, la situación actual en Colombia, en nuestro pueblo afro, a pesar de que se han ido conquistando algunas políticas públicas a favor de nuestro pueblo, aún siguen en la periferia, ¿no? En nuestro pueblo se vive el racismo estructural, ¿sí? Todavía nuestro pueblo le falta que el gobierno apoye en la educación, en la salud, en la autoorganización, ¿sí? Nuestro pueblo todavía sufre hambre, nuestro pueblo es marginado a no tener una vivienda digna, ¿sí? Víctima de la guerra, a sacarnos de nuestros territorios para sembrar cocaína o tal vez convertirlos en laboratorios de coca. Yo soy testigo de desplazada de la guerra y sé cómo se vive. Sin embargo, hoy tenemos una voz de aliento actualmente y es ver una mujer negra en la vicepresidenta, Francia Márquez. Nos trae mucha esperanza, nos trae mucha expectativa.
Okay, gracias, hermana. So just so that you know, when I asked the question, Sister Yesenia said that there is that structural racism. And so as a result of the structural racism, it's affecting health, education, but also a lot of our brothers and sisters were marginalized because of the war. And so because of the situation with cocaine and also out in the suburbs where there isn't that wealth, a lot of our brothers and sisters have become displaced as well. And so as a result, obviously, that therefore then means that they're without a home, they're struggling. Clearly, that means that they're affected in terms of literacy level as well. But we have hope, and that hope comes in the form of the new vice president, which is Francia Marquez. She's a Black woman, and so she's got a lot of positive expectation, la esperanza, ¿no? De nuestra hermana que se llama Francia Marquez. So yeah, a lot of hope with regards to her actually being here and being the vice president of the country. So it's not that she's a vice president of, you know, a company. She is the vice president of el país, of the country of Colombia. And that brings Sister Yesenia a lot of joy and a lot of hope. Entonces, con esta mujer, es que ya lo sé que ella es soltera, ¿no?
Francia Márquez.
No, ella no es soltera, no, ella no es soltera, pero vivió en el campo, ¿no?
Sí.
Yeah. So she had as we said at the beginning, she definitely had the same or a similar upbringing to our sister Yesenia, being born out in the countryside. I do believe that ella tiene un niño o unos niños, ¿no?
Sí, tiene dos hijos jóvenes. Tengo entendido que uno es médico.
Wow. Okay. So
sí, graduado ya.
So uno es médico y el otro.
El otro no tengo información del otro.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Francia Marquez, who is the new vice president of Colombia, she has two children. One is a doctor, and the other one we don't have much information about, but it's very impressive. I know that she was a single parent, and she's also a lawyer by profession. So coming from a very impoverished background to be able to reach the level and the status that she has in the country by becoming the first Black vice president is a great achievement, is un gran logro, ¿no?
Sí, así es. Y
So I just
ella tiene nietos. Creo que la niña que aparece al lado de ella es una nieta. Creo.
Okay.
Sí.
So she's a grandma. Ella es una abuela, ¿no?
Sí, tan joven.
Sí, muy joven. So even though she's young, she's a grandma, Francia Marquez. So that's super guay, ¿no? And so entonces, con Francia Márquez, mi pregunta es, ¿cómo ves el desarrollo de las funciones de Francia Márquez?
¿Cómo veo el desarrollo de las funciones? Bueno,
Sí.
Primero que todo, Francia Márquez es una jurista, es abogada.
Sí.
Ella es abogada. Y yo y el pueblo colombiano que la apoyamos, sabemos que va a ser un gran papel en la vicepresidencia. Estamos seguros de que su trabajo va a ser arduo, va a ser un trabajo arduo, tampoco va a ser imposible, pero van a haber muchas oportunidades para las mujeres, porque ella es una mujer feminista,
Exacto.
afrofeminista, ella también el tema ambiental, ¿sí? Sabemos que se van a hacer muchas leyes que nos beneficien, que sean a nuestro favor. Entonces, yo no veo el trabajo de Francia Márquez, digamos, perdido en el limbo, no lo veo un trabajo concreto, serio y fuerte.
Perfecto.
Sí.
And so what our sister is saying is that Francia Marquez is a lawyer. And so her role is very important. And the thing is that obviously as a woman, she'll be able to not only represent, as a Black woman, not only represent the views and the experience of those who are marginalized, i.e. Afro-Colombians, but also she plays an important role for us as women. Como somos mujeres, ¿no? And so for that reason, she doesn't see this as an issue or as a loss. In fact, what she has seen so far, because Francia Márquez came into power in June. El junio, ¿no? Ella es el junio. Empezó el papel, ¿no?
Ahorita en agosto, el 7 de agosto, se posesiona como vicepresidenta de Colombia.
Oh, oficialmente.
Sí, ella,
okay.
Ella va a manejar el Ministerio de la Inclusión. Y por eso estamos seguros, como te decía, hermana, de que ella va a jugar un papel muy importante en ese ministerio, porque estamos hablando de una mujer que está capacitada en la academia y está capacitada desde su ser interior, porque ella vivió la barbarie en su territorio de poderlos despojar, sacarlos de sus tierras por explotar la minería. Ella vivió la hambre, ¿sí? Ella le tocó trabajar en una casa de familia como empleada de servicio doméstico para costear sus estudios. Entonces, esa vivencia que ella tiene, eso le ayuda también, a pesar de sus estudios académicos, le ayuda también a ser una gran ministra.
Wow. Okay, so what our sisters just explained is that while she came, she won the ballot to be our for Colombia, our vice president in June. She's actually going to start the role on the 7th of August. El 7 de agosto, ¿no?
Sí, 7 de agosto.
Okay, so she'll be on the 7th of August,
Domingo.
the vice president, but she actually is going to play a really important role as in the internal affairs, which means that she'll be able to have a direct impact on situations or matters to do with agriculture, the minerals and the agricultural problems out in Colombia. So she'll be able to therefore then be positioned to work for and protect our brothers and sisters, because that's the space that a lot of the Afro-Colombians dominate. She's also a very strong person, and because she understands, she has lived experience, she'll be able to bring that into her professional experience. She has the personal experience to bring that into her professional experience. So I'm just summarizing everything that our sister said there. Entonces, mi última pregunta, hermana, es que, bueno, la familia de Hidden Truth quiere apoyar, quiere ayudar el canal Afro. Entonces, ¿cómo se puede hacerlo? ¿Cómo se puede ayudar nuestra familia en Colombia, nuestra familia, el canal Afro? So I've just said that we want to be able to support, we want to be able to help our brothers and sisters in Colombia. We want to be able to support Canal Afro, the channel Afro, para que tú puedas seguir con el trabajo y tal, con las cosas para luchar por nuestra familia en Colombia, ¿no? Entonces, quiero que la familia de Hidden Truth tenga la información para ayudar esta lucha. So I'm just saying that we want to have the information how we can support Canal Afro with this fight, how they can continue the great works in Colombia. Por favor,
Okay.
Ana.
Bueno, pues hay muchas formas de ayudar, ¿verdad? Y es el conocimiento, compartir conocimiento, la juntanza, lo que estamos hoy haciendo aquí, que estamos conectados. Ya en el tema de como de infraestructura, sí requerimos algunas tecnologías. De hecho, por ahí tenemos una alquilada, porque por un rayo que fundió un equipo.
Okay.
Un rayo fundió nuestro equipo, entonces pues colapsó y ¡pum! Explotó. Pero bueno, ahí seguimos porque somos fuertes. Es que es el tema de la tecnología, nos pueden colaborar en eso. También nosotros tenemos un lema y decimos,
¿Cuál es
aquí,
un lema?
un lema es como un eslogan. Un eslogan.
Oh, slogan. Okay.
Eslogan. Nosotros decimos, aquí no se cobra, se sirve con amor. Haz tu aporte si te nace del corazón. Entonces, también aportes económicos para, digamos, para nuestros corresponsales y gastos internos. Se pueden contactar en nuestro correo electrónico, que es canalafro.com, canalafro.com, @hotmail, canalafro.com.
Okay.
O por medio de nuestra red social en Facebook, Canal Afro, nos pueden escribir en el Messenger y ahí podemos dar la información de cómo colaborar.
Muy bien, muchísimas gracias. So our sister has given us a lot there. I will myself and Rita will look for the Facebook link, but she was saying that we can support economically, but the most important thing, first of all, is to share the knowledge. We must work together. So like today, Sister Yesenia is on the Hidden Truth platform. They want that we also share on their platform, so that we can continue to show that we as a family are working together. That's the most important thing, but we are able to support them by subscribing to the YouTube channel. We're able to give financially as well. And we must make sure that we are continuing to connect and collaborate together. So yes, please make sure that you look for Canal Afro on Facebook. You'll be able to like their page and also the YouTube. Please make sure that you are also subscribed to the YouTube channel. Don't worry that it's in Spanish, because, you know, with Google Translate and all of the technology we have, you'll be able to listen in English, French, whatever languages that you want. But we are showing that language is no barrier, right? El idioma no es una barrera, no solamente es el corazón. Lo importante es que tenemos el corazón y la conexión, ¿no?
Así es, perfecto. Trabajar siempre con amor.
Sí.
Siempre, el amor es muy importante.
So Yesenia is saying that we must always, love is the most important thing. Everything we must do it with love.
Wow. Brothers and sisters, let's show some love on the platform. This has been
oh my gosh.
We're showing you the hidden truth. We're not joking. Brothers and sisters, stop. And I know some of you speak Spanish. Listen, let's not get it twisted. Brother Andrew can speak Spanish, but it's very ancient Moorish Spanish. The language has disappeared 500 years ago, and I'm the only one left. That's the only reason why I can't communicate that right now. Okay, but brothers and sisters, what a beautiful. Show some love to our sister. Show some. That's the teachings of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Come on now, all the way down in southern. Oh man, this is. And Sister Samara, we must say, sister, I knew, I know Drita's gonna cuss me when I say this, but Drita, men are masters at multitasking. But no,
Since when?
Drita, come on.
Since when?
But tonight, Samara surpassed multitasking onto a new level.
She did. She
Gee,
definitely did.
You're translating. You're having a conversation. You're making notes. You're putting the links up. Jeez, come on, man. That was amazing.
There is one question.
We haven't got time, sister. I know.
No questions. Okay.
Yeah,
No worries.
I know. We do this. But what I want to say to the brothers and sisters on the Hidden Truth platform, this has been so phenomenal. But understand, tonight, this was only the introduction of Canalafro. I know I'm not even saying it correctly, but I'm just saying in my own Moorish language of ancient Spain. Okay. Tonight is only the introduction, brothers and sisters. We're gonna do you believe that we need to connect with our family in South America, brothers and sisters? Let the Hidden Truth panel know. Do we need to do do we need to literally do some redemption work and reconnection work? Because we're all coming from that one mother Africa, just separated by time and language, brothers and sisters. Don't you see our beautiful queen? I wish the sister could understand what I'm saying, man.
I was going to explain. So vamos a conectar otra vez contigo y con la familia de Canalafro. Es importante. La hora es ya, ¿no? Entonces tenemos que hacerlo ya.
Ya. De una.
Black power, sister. Black power. Black power. Yes, black power, man.
Black power, hermano.
Muchísimas gracias por tu paciencia, muchísimas gracias por tu corazón, muchísimas gracias, hermana.
A ti, hermana, a hermanos y hermanas que están conectados hoy aquí presentes, quiero enviarles un mensaje que somos un solo pueblo, que somos unidad, que no importa el idioma, no importa en qué país estemos, no importa nada. Aquí lo que importa es estar unidos y poder volver a nuestra raíz, por poder recuperar nuestra ancestralidad, poder estar unidos siempre, como decía Martin Luther King. Hermanos, los invito a caminar juntos, todos tomados de la mano.
Yes. Estoy de acuerdo contigo. Yes, el poder negro, sí. Dice Cynthia. So our sister was saying that we are one. Doesn't matter about language, doesn't matter about the country that you are in. The important thing is that we are one population, we are one people. We must do this to reclaim our power as the Black race, and that we must do this as one, as Martin Luther King said, but also we heard previously as Marcus Garvey as well. We must do this together, and we can. Yes.
To the Hidden Truth family, just so our sister can explain this, sister, for the Hidden Truth family, those who are listening, who love already, maybe we've got the main speaker, Adele, Lady Ma'at coming on right now, but brothers and sisters, show the love of our Colombians. Can everyone drop a black fist emoji on the platform? Let her know if you're feeling that, sister, book some.
Por favor, Yesenia, muestra el chat.
Okay.
Okay.
¿Me repites?
Sí, no, el mano.
Drop the black fist, man.
Sí.
Oh,
¿Puedes ver?
chat.
El chat, sí, puedes,
Oh, muchas
puedes
manos.
verlo. Es para ti, es para ti.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yay!
Woo! And brothers and sisters, I know we're excited. We've got the main speaker coming on in a second. But brothers and sisters, and Sister Samira, your last bit of multitasking now. Brothers and sisters, drop down what city you're listening from. And Sister Samira is going to read some of that out to our sister so she can know she's speaking to everyone. Drop your city down that you're listening from.
Sister Yesenia, hermanas Yesenia, nuestra familia es en Londres, en Manchester, en Birmingham, en Alemania, en St. Lucia en el Caribe, en Oxford, está en Inglaterra, en Canadá, en los Estados Unidos, creo, ¿no? ¿Qué más? Nottingham, Hertfordshire, so
Johannesburg.
London. So I think I said Birmingham, Nottingham. Where else have we got? Slough. So casi todo de las partes de Inglaterra, ¿no? Pero Luton, otra parte de Inglaterra.
Babylon.
Which one?
Babylon.
Oh, Babylon. But yes, so yes, that is in Spanish. So la familia de Hidden Truth está en Inglaterra, en este momento está en Inglaterra, Alemania, Canadá, los Estados Unidos y no sé, el Caribe en St. Lucia. ¿Qué más? Creo, África del Sur, South Africa también. Woo! Wow! Yes, Sister Patsy, wonderful.
Eso sí es muchísimo importante.
Yes, it's a very important country.
All right, brothers and sisters, again, make some noise for Sister Samira and Sister Aksay Yesenia. I'm not going to be. Am I right?
Sí.
Thank you.
Pronuncia bien, ¿no, hermana?
Yes, that's how we say.
Claro, encantada de poder ir a Inglaterra a compartir con los hermanos. ¿Cómo no?
Yes, she wants to come to England to connect with us over here. She's got great. What's the English equivalent? I know in Spanish. Great, not hopes, but desire. That's the word. Great desire to come to England and be with brothers and sisters in England.
All right, well, brothers and sisters, that's the link. And remember, if it wasn't for this connection, many of us wouldn't even know about strong Black African sisters, women, not men, women who are leading the way, brothers and sisters. And we want to make sure the Hidden Truth family know about some great African sisters in Colombia that are not history. They're doing it today, man. They're doing it today. So, brothers and sisters, this has been the Hidden Truth, man. This has been Hidden Truth. And guess what? It's going to get even better. It's going to get even better, brothers and sisters, because very soon we have our keynote speaker coming on, Lady Ma'at, Adele. And remember, we say this every week, you must unlearn what you have learned.